Okay people, so I'm going to use some masking tape and just taper down the guides before I start to wrap them. So I'll show you how I do that. Yes, a piece like that, and you want to ensure that the guide is lined up with the real seat. So that's very important. You don't want the guide to be on the opposite side of where you have the real seat sitting. So you line it up, you attach it, and make sure that the lower half, this is the lower half of the guide, so you ensure that this is facing towards the real seat. So go like that, then you just tape down to the neck of the guide. The reason why you do this is because you're going to start to wrap the thread right here, and you don't want the tape to be where you're wrapping the thread, so you put the tape above, and then you're going to remove the tape. So you can just eye down the rod to ensure that the seat and the guide is sitting aligned, perfectly aligned, and then you tape the other half. Here you go. This right here is the real seat. You can see right here is the real seat, and it's facing towards the guide. So it looks okay. Next, you're going to get rod wrapping thread. This thread is different from normal thread you use. Some of them are made metallic, some are specifically designed for rod wrapping. So some people, I don't know if they use regular thread, but these are the threads you use, metallic or rod wrapping thread. I'll put the link for this thread in the description below. So you get one end of the thread, and you're going to start to wrap from about here upwards. Just get one hand. Okay, so you just spin the rod slowly. It helps if you have something to rest the rod on, so you can just spin it. And hold tension using your fingers. So there it is. You can see it's wrapped tightly there. Just continue to spin just to catch it. You can go a little bit faster after this point. Then you remove the tag end. a sharp knife. There you go. Then you just start to work it slowly. And as you wrap, if you see any looseness on the wrapping, you can just use your fingers like this, or you could use the handle of your knife and just work it down towards so it is compact. Or you can use a coin probably. Just continue to do it all the way up. So I'll show you what it looks like when I reach to the guide. So here it is, people. As you can see, there is no gaps in the wrap. That's what you want. You want it to be compact. That's what it should supposed to look like. So as you wrap, you keep tension. Just keep tension on it as you're wrapping it, and that will allow you to keep the thread close together. And just work it down with your fingers. As I said, you can use your fingers, or after you're finished, you just use something to just bring it closely together. So now I can remove this tape here, because I already caught the end of this rod guide. So I'll just wrap it all the way up, and then I'll show you how I tie it off when I get to this point. So here we go, people. So we're about to finish up now and tie off. So what you want to do at this point is get a piece of thread, get another piece of thread, and you're going to put it underneath the wrap like so, with the loop end. You can see the loop right here. You're going to push the thread through this loop. So I'll show you how that is done when I'm finished. So here we go. At this point, it is completed, as you can see right there. So you want to cut your thread now. Cut it at about a little distance, because you're going to use this end, and keep in tension. You want to put it through the loop like so. And you're going to hold it, and then you're going to pull on this side of the thread, and then it will come through. I'll show you. See, there it goes. There you go. And that is how you tie off the knot. Tie off the thread. So you just pull on this, and then you're going to cut off this end with a sharp knife. There you go. So one part finished, and now we're going to do this. I'm going to do this part and show you how it looks, and then show you what I do after I'm finished wrapping it. So Okay peeps, so here we are, finish wrapping on the guide. So at this point, what you want to do now is seal the thread. So I'll be using some flex coat thread sealer, or you could use epoxy. You want to give that a shake. Then you use a little small bristle brush like this, and just work it along the thread like so. Just work it in. And this takes around an hour to dry. You could use 2 coats on it if you like. I think the description requires you to use 2 coats. So you just work it down evenly. So what this does is cover the thread in a protective seal, and that will prevent the salt water from over time damaging the thread and reaching to the guide. It's also water resistant. There it is, finished. Just going to put this aside to dry. You wipe off the excess if you have a microfiber towel or a piece of cloth, and then that is it. Guide wrapping finished. For the top half, I already went ahead and I wrapped on the rest of the guides, as you can see right there, and the original tip is still on. So that is what it looks like, completed. So after the thread sealer dries, I'm going to put on a heat shrink tubing on this handle. As you can see, it's very old and battered, beaten up. So I'm going to cover it with heat shrink tubing. So I'll show you how I do that. Okay people, so this is the heat shrink tube that I'll be using. So I'm going to put it over the rod. Like so. Put it over the rod like so. I'm not going to cut it yet because, as you know, it's heat shrink, so it's going to shrink on the rod handle. So I don't want to cut it before and then it's too small, so I'm going to just eat it on the rod handle and then I cut it. So I'm going to get my heat gun. Then I'm just going to work it around. There it's getting smaller. You can see right there, it's already shrunk. Very hot right now, so I would recommend touching it. So it's, there you go. It's already looking very good compared to what was on it before. So there it is. I'm going to cut it right about here because there is a little knob that was on the rod before, and the cork stops about here, so I'm going to cut it right below the cork. And get your scissors. You just make a hole, and then you can start to cut. It's a bit jagged right now, but I'm going to pare that up when I'm finished. I'm just going to finish eating this section so it covers, and this part I'm going to try and get something to replace this end so it doesn't look like that. there it is. Brand new look. I'm loving it. Rod repair. So here you go. I went ahead and I cleared off that jagged edge, and it's all uniform right now. So this is what it looks like. I'm not sure I'm going to do this top half. It's a bit okay for me, but if in the future I change my mind, I probably put on the e-shrink on this side as well. But I think it makes the rod look a bit more authentic, so I'm going to keep this cork here and then work with the handle looking like this. Okay people, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. Please remember to always give a like, share and comment. If you want to see future content, please subscribe. Thank you for watching again. I'll see you in the next one. Fish on.